A flashback washes over Alex. He sees Paul, illuminated by flickering candlelight, his voice a hypnotic whisper, painting a picture of a world reborn. The ends justify the means, Alex. Remember that. Alex had dismissed it then, a necessary evil. Now, staring at the terrified faces around him, the means felt monstrous, the ends a cruel joke.
Hey, everyone! Want to hear a story? It's about a cat's elopement.
He launches into a rambling tale of two cats in love, running away together, facing perils a snarling dog, a tall tree, a kind princess, a venomous snake. His voice trembles at first, then steadies, gaining confidence as the hostages, captivated by the absurdity, listen intently. The female cat, stranded in the tree, mews piteously. The male cat, bravely facing the dog, is rescued by the princess's servant. They are reunited, adopted by the princess, and live happily ever after. The hostages are enthralled by the silly tale. Meanwhile, Steve, Jeremy, and Tina arrive outside the day program. The area is swarming with police cars, their flashing lights painting the scene in stark red and blue.
I'm calling in.
Be careful, Steve. This Paul guy sounds unstable.
If he lays a finger on Kira.
The phone rings. Inside, Paul's eyes flash with triumph as he answers.
Speak of the devil, our American friend.
Steve's voice crackles through the phone's speaker.
Paul, what do you want?
Only one thing, Steve. One precious thing.
And that is?
Clara? Clara? Clara?
What the hell are you talking about?
Paul's laughter crackles through the receiver, chilling Steve to the bone.
Kara. She's the key, Steve. The key to everything.
To what? What kind of sick game are you playing?
A new world order, Steve. One where Canada finally recognizes its true potential. Kara, with her voice. She'll be the voice of the nation. Singing my praises. Think of it, hypnotic melodies swaying the masses, and they'll crown me king.
Sir?
Not now, Alex. Can't you see I'm talking to... Well, let's just call him our American friend.
Steve's voice tightens with barely controlled fury.
What are you planning to do?
Let's just say I'm providing specialized care for a few special needs individuals. A little leverage, shall we say? Let's just say I'm providing.
Paul hangs up on Steve. The dial tone buzzes in Steve's ear, a maddening counterpoint to the frantic thump of his heart.
Alex, be a dear and check the kitchen. See if there's anything we can rustle up for everyone. We need to keep our guests comfortable.
Right away, sir. Anything you'd like in particular?
Something simple, and plentiful. We have a variety of appetites to cater to.
Alex nods and heads towards the kitchen, calling out over his shoulder.
Anyone in here fancy lending a hand with dinner?
A worker in a stained apron emerges from behind a stack of crates, wiping his hands on a towel. A few other figures, some with distinct physical and cognitive differences, emerge hesitantly from the shadows, their eyes wide with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension.
We're thinking chicken fingers and fries sound good.
A chorus of enthusiastic murmurs and nods answers him. Outside, the setting sun paints the sky in hues of bruised purple and gangrene orange. Tina paces nervously beside Jeremy, who leans against a tree, arms crossed.
He's underestimating them, you know. The special needs community. Some of them are incredibly high functioning.
How do you know? Have you been there?
Let's just say I have. Connections?
I volunteered there once. Some of those folks are sharper than you think. They play Assassin's Creed, have wild imaginations.
Assassin's Creed? Are you serious? What if they tried to reenact something? They could get hurt.
Relax. They're not going to jump off any rooftops. But one of them might try to poison Paul's juice box. I heard him say, "I bet you anything," once. It was unsettling.
Tina's laughter rings out, a jarring sound in the deepening twilight. Jeremy shudders, a prickle of unease crawling up his spine. He glances towards the building, the windows glowing warmly, a deceptive facade of normalcy concealing the strange and unsettling drama unfolding within. Tina's laughter rings out, a jarring sound in the deepening twilight. Jeremy shudders, a prickle of unease crawling up his spine. He glances towards the building, the windows glowing warmly, a deceptive facade of normalcy concealing the strange and unsettling drama unfolding within.
Come on, this way. There's a back entrance through the loading dock.
They slip around the side of the building, the shadows clinging to them like a second skin. The heavy metal door of the loading dock is slightly ajar, a sliver of light escaping into the deepening gloom. Tina pushes it open further, revealing the bustling activity of the kitchen. The aroma of frying food hangs heavy in the air.
Teen, you're back. Do you bring the grappling hooks? We could rappel down from the rafters like Ezio.
No grappling hooks, Jared. But we have something better. We're going to incapacitate Paul.
With a tractor beam, I could probably rig one of those up, given enough time and a couple of old combines.
Simpler than that, Donald. We're going to make him a special coffee.
Like a truth serum? Will he confess his evil plan to control the world with genetically modified Brussels sprouts?
As long as he doesn't mess with my soybeans, I'm good. Coffee's almost ready. Extra strong, just the way I like it.
Tina rummages through a low cabinet, pulling out a small, unmarked container. She glances nervously at Jeremy, who is keeping a lookout by the swinging kitchen doors. A shadow flickers past the doorway.
Quick, hide. That's Alex.
They scramble behind a stack of empty crates just as Alex enters the kitchen, looking around with a puzzled expression.
Anyone seen the extra strength and poison? We've got an infestation in the break room.
Donald points towards another cabinet. Alex retrieves a large spray bottle and exits the kitchen, oblivious to the three figures huddled behind the crates. Tina lets out a shaky breath.
What is he doing here? I thought he was supposed to be on our side.
I don't know. I shouldn't have been nice to him. He probably told Paul everything.
I'll ask Paul if he wants coffee. He'll be so surprised. Then, bam! Sickness. Like a stealth attack.
That's the plan, Jerry. Operation Coffee Caper is a go. That's the plan, Jared. Operation Coffee Caper is a go.
Jared, his eyes shining with a mixture of nerves and excitement, approaches Paul. The air in the community center crackles with anticipation.
Mr. Paul, sir. How would you like your coffee?
Such a sweet boy. 2 sweeteners, 1 cream. If you please, Jared.
Jared scurries back to the kitchen, relief washing over him. Tina hands him the prepared cup, a grim satisfaction in her eyes. The faint, chemical scent of the rat poison is almost imperceptible.
1, 2, and stir. Just like Mom taught me.
He presents the coffee to Paul with a small bow, his heart pounding in his chest. Tina and Jeremy watch from the corner, holding their breath. Paul takes a sip, then another.
What? What is this?
He clutches his stomach, his face turning pale. A wave of nausea washes over him, and he doubles over. A mixture of gasps and cheers ripples through the room. Matthew, flanked by 2 of his ruffians, rushes to Paul's side.
What did you do to him? Alex, get the car.
But the plan. What about them? The demands?
Forget the demands. We gotta get him to a hospital.
Tina and Jeremy seize the opportunity, slipping out the back door unnoticed. The community center is in chaos, the hostages buzzing with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. Meanwhile, deep in the woods, Steve and Joe continue their trek, unaware of the unfolding drama. The eerie Italian folk song echoes through the trees, a haunting melody against the backdrop of the setting sun.
You know, that song. It's starting to get to me. Reminds me of those old war movies. Always a bad omen.
It's an old family tune, Steve. Nothing to
Steve opens his mouth to retort, but a shrill ringing cuts through the quiet of the woods. He pulls his cell phone from his pocket, glancing at the caller read Tina.
Tina?
Steve listens intently, his face paling with each passing second. Joe watches him, concern etched on his weathered features.
Paul's at the hospital? How? All right, we're on our way back. Meet us at the day program.
He snaps the phone shut, turning to Joe with a grim expression. The setting sun casts long, ominous shadows across the forest floor.
Change of plans, Joe. We gotta head back. Something's happened with Paul.
Lead the way, Steve.
They stride through the darkening woods, the eerie folks gone now a distant memory, replaced by the urgent crunch of leaves beneath their boots. Back at the community center, now a deserted shell of its former bustling self, the lingering scent of stale coffee hangs in the air. Steve and Joe arrive, taking the long way around the building as planned. They slip through a side entrance, finding Jeremy waiting anxiously in the shadows.
Steve, where have you been? What's going on?
We took the long way in. What's the situation? Tina said Paul was taken to the hospital.
Tina emerges from a darkened hallway, followed by Donald and Jared. Their faces a mixture of relief and excitement.
He was. After we gave him a little something in his coffee. Courtesy of Donald and Jared here.
You are brave man, both of you. Thank you. Tira's safe now.
Just doing what needed doing, sir.
It was like a real-life Assassin's Creed mission.
Heroes, the both of ya. Hear that, Tina? Heroes.
There'll be a song about you someday, mark my words.
Long as it's country.
I think we can arrange that.
Does that mean we'll be on Stephen Colbert?
Possibly.
Donald and Jared exchange delighted glances, then spontaneously break into a celebratory jig. Steve watches them, a sense of relief washing over him. The immediate crisis was averted, but a deep unease settled in his gut. Paul's actions, Kira's condition, the whispers of witchcraft, it all felt connected. Part of a larger, more sinister puzzle he had yet to decipher.
All right, listen up. This whole thing with Paul, it doesn't sit right.
You think he'll, like, come back as a zombie?
Zombies ain't real, Jared.
Jeremy, a ward?
The two men step away from the group. Steve's unease is palpable.
I need you to do some digging on Paul. Discreetly. Background, connections, everything.
Digging how? He's gone. What are you thinking?
I think he's involved in something. Bigger. Dangerous. Something unnatural.
Unnatural? What are you talking about, Steve?
I'll tell you later. Just trust me on this one. Kate can help you back at base. She's good with that kind of thing.
Right? I'll get on it.
Back with the group, Tina hugs Donald and Jared goodbye. The atmosphere is heavy with unspoken anxieties. Steve drives Joe, Tina, and Jeremy back to the base. The hum of the engine fills the silence, broken only by occasional snippets of forced conversation.
Long drive.
Just a little bit longer, Tina.
At the base, Jeremy finds Kate already at her station. He fills her in on Steve's suspicions in the quest, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she begins her search. Hours pass. The tension hangs thick in the air. They decide to consult Sarah, the witch who runs the cauldron. After checking on Kara, they wait until Sarah has recovered from her earlier surgery. An hour later, Sarah, looking pale but alert. Sipsty as Kate and Jeremy carefully broached the subject.
Sarah, we need your expertise on something unusual.
It's about a substance that can bind people together, biologically. Zelium. You're speaking of Zelium, found on the moon.
The moon? But where would someone get that 500 years ago?
Meteorites, my dear. Extremely rare. And how? How do you sever a connection like that? For that, I'd need my spellbook. I'll be right back.